Here now is Michael Rubin, Senior Fellow at the American Enterprise Institute. Michael, thank you very much for joining us. We get right to it. President Trump in Saudi Arabia for the first leg of his three-nation visit to the Middle East this week. Several headlines coming out, including Syria. President Trump now says he's going to lift sanctions on Syria and move to normalize relations with Syria. First, sir, your reaction to that news?
I think it's premature. It's the equivalent of, I'd gladly pay you Tuesday for a hamburger today. The only problem is the stakes here is the possible enrichment of an al-Qaeda affiliate. Ahmad al-Sharaa, the president of Syria, only controls about 35% of Syrian territory. He's shown himself intolerant, or at least unable to control the intolerant factions within his own government, and he's put off elections for 5 years. To channel billions of dollars of reconstruction aid, potentially, through him, only risks enriching the worst aspects of Middle Eastern societies.
As I mentioned, lots of other headlines coming out of the news today. President Trump also urging Iran to take a new and better path. He's pushing Tehran for a new nuclear deal. He also warned massive maximum pressure if it doesn't come around. Iran, do you believe in the end that there will be a nuclear deal struck?
I don't believe that there will be a nuclear deal struck, or at least let me put it this way. I don't think that there will be a nuclear deal struck that's going to do anything to prevent Iran from developing nuclear weapons. Unfortunately, Iran is playing a long game. There's always a problem with U.S. presidents, both Republicans and Democrats, who come into office thinking that the reason for a lack of agreement previously, had more to do with their predecessors in the Oval Office than it did with their adversaries. The fact of the matter is, Ali Khamenei, the supreme leader of Iran, has spent decades cultivating and building this nuclear program. He just turned 86 years old. He wants to see this come to fruition before he dies. And the fact of the matter is, he's relying on the same old Iranian playbook of running down the clock. If Donald Trump allows him to do that, that's dangerous.
Well,
one other thing.
Go ahead.
Iran has been enriching uranium for 20 some odd years, and yet it has never used the uranium it enriched in its Bushehr civilian nuclear reactor. That shows you that their aims aren't civilian with their program. They are military, pure and simple.
All right, I've got time for one more. As I mentioned, so much coming out of the Mideast today. The president said at the U.S.-Saudi investment conference he wants to avoid conflict with Tehran. So my question then is, do you believe this will come down to military action on the part of Israel, the U.S., or each country doing it on their own to wipe out any future nuclear program?
Well, ultimately, Israel's goal is to protect the state of Israel. It views Iran as an existential threat. Now, Israel has the ability to do a great deal of damage to Iran's nuclear program on its own. Remember, Israel drives more German submarines than the German Navy does. It's demonstrated twice over the last year or 13, 14 months that it can strike Iran with precision. I don't think Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu is going to sacrifice the existence of the Jewish state for his own personal relationship with Donald Trump.
And finally, we have 15 seconds. President Trump hopes Saudi Arabia will join the Abraham Accords. Does that ever happen?
It will happen. The problem in Saudi Arabia right now is the king of Saudi Arabia, King Salman, has Alzheimer's disease. Until Mohammed bin Salman, the crown prince, becomes king, he's going to delay signing this for fear that he'll be ousted at the last minute.
Well, Michael Rubin, thank you very much for your time. We're out of time right now. We're going to have to let you go, but appreciate your being here today and your insights. Have a good day.
Thank you.